Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is another game. Well, sorry again, causing epileptic seizures. It's kind of just my start to these games. It is at 2 times faster speed, just kind of nailing out some of the time there. So I haven't posted, but if you read the title of this video, then you probably noticed. Hey, it's no longer a quest to masters, cause we're there. Yeah, we as in me. But you're watching, which means you're helping. So yeah, we are there together. So this is just my standard well my standard this was my standard Protoss versus Terran opening. However, I was trying something else. I'm gonna slow this down to just faster. I was trying a Charge Lot Archon opening into which was supposed to carry me over to charge a lot of Archons with actual High Templars, but I couldn't get it to work. It's really difficult apparently. Um and anyway, so I falled back on what I always used to do, only with the Charge a lot Archon opener, which is really aggressive. Uh, there's a few things I screw up in this game, which is normal because I screw up a lot of things all over the place. But for the most part, it was a pretty good game, so I thought I'd like to show my first quest to Grandmasters. And the first thing to note was that my cybernetics core is late, so that's really bad. Because with the pressure, I could have been at his base a few seconds earlier had I not put that cybernetics core there late. Because then I could have had my stalker coming out earlier, my mothership core coming out earlier. C'est la vie, right? So, anyway, it is a 1-gate expand, and we're going to 1-gate expand our way into a robotics bay, facility, then bay. It would make a little more sense to do it that way, I guess. I am going to forget to make each gas have 3 probes in it for quite some time, so that's going to be an issue. I'm just going to let you know about that now, that way you're not wondering about it. I'm just retarded. That's really all there is to it. I do put 2 chronos on my gateway. It really isn't part of the build. 1 chrono on the gateway is, but the second one was just hoping to get the second stalker out fast enough to maybe get it there with everything else, but I didn't. So yeah. So now I'm just fighting against this bunker all by myself, and I probably should have left the stalker there to try to get that marine, but instead, and I managed to get 2 SCV kills for the price of 1 zealot. So not great, but they are SCVs, so he loses mining time because that's I think 4 SCVs that were doing nothing, and then 2 of them died. But he does get the bunker up, which makes me sad. Here I'm just trying something fancy, which I shouldn't have done. Gets my mothership core hurt a little bit, but yeah, I was just trying to hurt the bunker, maybe weaken it, and see if over time I could maybe deteriorate it, but then I decided I really just don't have that kind of APM right now. I need to improve it to get to a point where I could constantly be attacking him and being annoying with the stalkers. So I'm going to go in here with the mothership core from the back and see if I can't draw his marines out so I can attack the bunker. But he's going to be a little too wise for that. And so I'm going to focus on the mule, but I should have focused on the SCV because I don't actually get the mule killed. I just wound it. If I'd focused on the SCV, I would have gotten another kill. So now I believe I am at 3 workers killed to his 1. So that's good on me. And now I'm going to be dropping down the robotics bay because I really want to get these Colossus out as soon as I can. But right now there's really not much happening. I have my stalkers there and everything, but I'm pulling them all back just because I'm not sure what's happening, and I was thinking of going in there with the mothership core again, but I decided to pull that back too because I don't want to go in there and have all, like, that's really all my units right now. I don't want to go in there and have them all just be slaughtered while I'm dicking around. And so here I'm adding my other gates, and I want two sentries just so that they can start accruing a bunch of energy. Because when he finally does come to fight me, I want to have as much energy on each of them as I can for force fields and guardian shields. And now I have the immortal out, but I supply blocked myself, which is awesome. So now I can't really do anything. I can't keep my pro production. If we switch over to the income tab, we're going to see that I was leading. I was at 36 to 30, to be honest, because I've watched this replay before, until I got supply blocked, and then he manages to almost catch up. So that's pretty bad. That kind of threw away my worker advantage, and he's Terran, so his mules give him the edge over me. So, not good. But I'm Protoss. I have Colossus. It's okay. I really just need to hold out till Colossus, and I have my observer in his base. I haven't scouted anything really. I've sent it over there, but I haven't looked at jack shit. And I set the other observer on the most likely route his medevac would take, just so I can get an eye on it if he tries to drop. And now I'm going to take the observer and go around. I see the starport and I see all the barracks, so I can obviously tell that he's going for bio with medevacs. And that since he does have a reactored starport, not factory, reactored starport, that he's probably going to have an easy time getting out Vikings to deal with these Colossus, but he hasn't scouted them yet, which is good for me, which means that right now I still have a slight advantage. Just on if he was to scout them now, there's probably a small window where I could do some damage before he could get enough Vikings out to really make a significant dent. And I get the Phoenix over there, who instantly dies pretty much, and just tells me that, hey, there's Marines and Marauders being made. So I'm not getting that much information, but I feel pretty confident with this force I have that I'm going to take a probe and go ahead and start expanding. And while I'm doing that, if I'm going to be expanding, that's already widening my range of vision, so I'm going to take the observer and move that a little bit. Right now I should be making another observer to make up for the one that died, but I wasn't, so there I go, making a Colossus. I'm about to be supply blocked again, I believe. So I see that I actually preemptively start laying down pylons, so that's finally something I'm doing right, which is nice. I need to keep making probes right now. I'm not making probes at all. I have two almost fully energized sentries here, which is nice. He's gonna, and here he goes. He's gonna go for it. He stims, and the force fields there really weren't to like completely block him out. They were nice force fields, but they weren't the best. They were kind of, if he was gonna keep coming, it would have forced him to be coming in slowly through choke points created from the force fields, and I would have just slaughtered him right there. I probably should have forced the engagement and kept going, but I'm so used to being abused by Terrans that I was just really nervous. I don't know, I'm horrible with drops usually. Like, a drop will come in and it doesn't matter if I have units there or not. The units drop and stim up and I just die. And so I have, I believe, 3 Colossus out. Yeah, I have 3 Colossus, and that's a pretty healthy number. Here's where I usually stop. Instead I go for 4, just because I didn't see any Vikings at all. So if he is making Vikings, he's just now starting to make them. So that's good for me. I have no vision really on the map, so I should have more vision. I need proxy pylons, but I'm playing really defensive right now, so it's kind of okay, but it also isn't, because I need those proxy pylons set up anyway, just so that I can be like, oh, your entire army's right here, well, let me warp in 4 zealots and go attack your 3rd, because you can't do anything about it. But now he's going to just move straight to my Nexus and just destroy that and get a few probe kills, but not many. Force fielding him out, so he can't really do much, but I have no zealots now because he's killed all of those. But I still have all of the Colossus in the back, and there's just too much for him to actually do anything. And I probably should have moved all of them back, just the one, especially before he got so low on health. But I felt like I didn't. I felt like I had a really good engagement there, even though I lost my Nexus and a good chunk of my units. I kept all 4 of my Colossus alive, so I felt good enough to just A-move them across the map, and just, like, right now all you're seeing me do is work on my macro. I don't have anything over there to warp in, and that's something that's just kept me nervous this entire time, because I kept thinking about that and going, eh. But then I see this, and I realize he actually, honestly did use everything he had to come at me. And so, I'm now just focusing down Vikings with my, Stalkers, while my ground force, so 4 Zealots, 3 Colossus, and 1 Immortal, just manhandles everything. With my 2-2 upgrades, it's just, these SCVs are going to be slaughtered. I'm making some more Stalkers just because I know he's going to be producing medevacs, and I'm making some Colossus behind this, just because I believe the ones up there are going to die. I actually think like this entire force is going to die, and that's bad. I shouldn't have just put it up there if it was going to die. But I mean that I felt like it was going to die at this point, and that like it wouldn't have done as much damage as it's already done. I mean, if you look at the worker count, because he sacrificed all of his SCVs, I have a massive lead now in pretty much everything. And I think his third's down there, so that's where I send my reinforcements to go straight off the bat, just hoping for him to just be like, oh, you found my third, okay, GG. Which he doesn't do, so I start adding on my gases, taking my fourth, and doing all that. I'm going to break my camera real quick just to see, yes, I have added my additional probes to my gases, which I've been missing for quite some time. And he's trying to drop behind my forces, and it's just not going to work for him. And he's going to not GG, which is... Oh, I like it when people don't GG. I don't know why. I always GG, but when someone doesn't GG, I feel better on the inside. It's like, oh, I'm sorry that you're so angry that I beat you, that you don't feel like it was a good game. But I mean, they're all your mistakes. It's not. I mean, like this game specifically, it was more he did bad, not that I did really good, because I didn't do anything really exceptionally good. I supply blocked myself. I don't know, just a lot. Like, I didn't have any proxy pylons, and right now look at my minerals and my gas, it's kind of ridiculous. The only thing, I mean, I did have decent upgrades, 2-2, decent, not the best, but decent, and I didn't lose a horrible amount to any drops, but he also didn't do any drops, and all I lost was Nexus and some mining time and a few probes. Nothing much to his initial attack. So, not like a magnificent, stunning game. I think I forgot to have that researching while I was attacking, because these guys are supposed to be building up energy for storms, for if he killed me up there. But yeah, so that was a PVT by me, and yeah, so I'm gonna leave now because there's nothing left to say, but I'm gonna awkwardly keep this video running just because. Alright, that's enough. Peace.